Hello, everyone. Hello,
Hello.
everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depends on wherever you're watching us from. My name is Chika, and I'm your host for today's amazing podcast titled Are Tech Skills Becoming the New Basic Literacy? Hmm. Right, it's such an amazing topic, and I would like everybody, if you're joining, you're welcome. Kindly stay to the end because you're going to definitely learn a thing or two. So, with me, I have an amazing guest. I have Amira Alima. Okay, as you can see, Amira is a very young, talented, and a final year graduate student building a strong foundation in tech with a focus of designing, deploying efficient machine learning systems. She has been actively working on her personal development, her personal projects that involves building and training end-to-end workflows and improving her and understanding production ready systems. So Amira is actually the next big thing in tech. I actually brought Amira because a lot of people think you need to be done with school, you need to be done with uni, you need to be start working before you can transition into tech. Amira is still an undergraduate and she's already building her way into the tech industry, into the tech ecosystem, right? So just imagine where Amira will actually be in the next 3, 5 years. She's very young and aspiring tech talent. Okay, and she's already working towards building own her own life. She's already investing in her personal development. She's building projects, and Amara is a super amazing person. So I said, okay, why not? Rather than bringing all the time, rather than bringing professionals who are already in tech 5 years, 10 years, 3 years, 2 years. How about we bring somebody who is very young, who can be stand as a motivation for those young talents we have. A lot of young people have a lot of talent, right? Rather than them joining, they're just waiting for the right time. Oh, I think I'm still young, I'm still in school. I just want to focus in my education. After that, then I'll start. It's good to focus on your education. I'll actually advise everybody to do that. However, you can actually be building yourself while schooling. That is actually the best time because at that time I feel like you have the exposure, your brain is still, very sharp. Unlike by the time you're done with school, and life will start lighting. All right. So welcome, Amira. Amira, kindly introduce yourself a bit before we dive in.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Amira Alimi, and I am a biochemistry undergraduate studying in the University of Abeokuta, Federal University of Abeokuta. So I have been actively building strong foundations in Python programming, machine learning, and artificial intelligence.
Oh, amazing. That's actually amazing. I really love how short your introduction is. It's very short and direct. So if you're just joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's another amazing AMDO Analytics podcast. And the title for today is Are Skills Becoming the New Literacy, the New Basic Literacy. Okay. So right now, before we dive into the question, before I start asking Amira question, I would like to introduce AMDO Analytics for those of us joining in for the first time, right? So you have a little bit of introduction and know what we do over here. At AMDA Analytics is an edtech company committed to empowering individuals with the skills and knowledge needed to excel in today's tech-driven world. Our mission over here is simple. Our mission is to provide high quality training technology education that helps learners thrive and make informed decisions. We offer trainings on cybersecurity, business analytics, data analytics, AI engineering, data engineering, HR analytics, project management, data science, and AI automation. Okay, so if you want to transition into tech, if you have actually have the zeal, you have the drive to transition into tech, but you don't know, you're still confused, you don't know what career path, which of this career path I mentioned suits you better, you can actually call me, you can actually reach out to us, right? You can reach out to us on go to our website www.amdaanalytics.com. You can actually book a free consultation with us, and of course, we draw your career roadmap and know which course best suitable for you. All right, Amiria, are you ready? I would like to ask you my first question for today.
All
All right.
right.
Okay, so my first question is for you today is in today's digital world, can somebody truly thrive without basic tech skills, just as they will struggle without reading and writing skills? Why or not?
I believe that in today's world, basic tech skills are becoming similar to reading and writing in the past because technology has become deeply integrated into how we learn, how we work, and even how we access information. And in the past, literacy meant being able to read and write and understand information. But today, digital literacy extends that idea. So someone may be able to read and write, but if they cannot use basic digital tools, navigate online platforms, evaluate information online, and protect their data or adapt to new technologies, they may find it difficult to adapt to the modern society. So, and this does not mean that everybody needs to become a software engineer or a data scientist, just like not everyone who can read and write becomes an author. So not everyone who uses technology needs to become a programmer, but everybody needs a foundation, knowing how to use digital tools effectively, understanding how technology works at a basic level. So it is essential because many opportunities now are digital, like job applications, education, banking, healthcare services. So without basic digital skills, people risk being excluded from opportunities in today's world.
Thank you for that amazing answer. Thank you. So basically, I would have loved to add to what Amira has just said, but she actually broke it down to the simplest words. So what she's trying to say that basic literacy, basic tech skills is very, very important. Okay, basic tech skills are very, very important because you mentioned down to the banks, to education, you go out online, you want to buy something, you're required to fill in your details, your phone number, your email, you repeat all of that. Down to I was once speaking to somebody and I told the person, okay, I want to be on a call with you. I'll send you a link so that you can join. And the person was like, oh, how do I join? How do I go about it? Imagine somebody not being able to just know that, oh, with this link, once I click on it, it can actually just direct me to Google Meet or Teams, depends on whatever platform you're using for the meeting. And the person was like, oh, what do I do? Do I need to log in? Do I need to create an account? Do I need to, do you understand? So that's why basic tech skills, basic digital skills is very necessary. It's very, very necessary. From schools to banks, you want to see somebody, you're going to a government office, you're required to fill in your details, to everything online. Okay, it's very necessary. Everybody should have the skills. So thank you so much, Amira. My second question for today is which tech skills do you believe should now be considered essential for everybody, regardless of their regardless of their profession or industry? Remember, you're still an undergraduate, you're still in school. So if you're given the opportunity to, to like, okay, ask for which basic skill, which tech skill do you want to be implemented in your department? Do you feel that every student, regardless of their course or regardless of their department, so which basic skill do you think should be should be
Well, about
implemented?
I think essential tech skills today are not limited to coding. And the most important skills are the ones that allow people to function effectively in a digital society. So for me, I would say the first is digital literacy, being able to confidently use computers, smartphones, and navigate online platforms, and understand how to find and evaluate information online nowadays. You know, information is everywhere, and knowing what information to trust now is a major skill. And we live in a data driven world, and people in almost every field interact with data, whether they're in healthcare, business, education, or science. So, understanding how data is collected, prepared, and used to make decisions is essential. And the fastest growing technology nowadays, as we all know, is artificial intelligence. So as if artificial intelligence becomes deeply integrated to everyday life, like in our workplace, and how people need um, to adapt to today's world, and knowing how to use AI tools effectively is a big plus nowadays. And not just knowing how to use them, but knowing their limitations also, and not just seeing them as a replacement, but knowing how to work alongside them. And another Another skill I would say is cybersecurity awareness. Yes, cybersecurity awareness. Now, basic knowledge of knowing what information about yourself to expose online, and creating secure passwords, recognizing scams, and not just saying that every information you see online is something that you can just consume. So finally, I think problem solving and adaptability are crucial. As we all know, technology changes very quickly in today's world. So the ability to quickly adapt and solve problem is very essential.
Thank you, Amira. That's a very amazing one. You've actually said what I would have loved to, impute. I would have loved to say artificial intelligence. And you mentioned that I cannot overemphasize the benefit of artificial intelligence, knowing at least how to use the basics, knowing the basics of AI, okay? Knowing how to use the tools, you can actually make your work smarter. I also mentioned cybersecurity. That's very correct. Okay, considering the fact that everyone, at least not 7 people out of 10 people you meet, they actually have maybe a Facebook account, an Instagram account, at least a Gmail. Even those that don't have a Facebook account, they have a Gmail. So knowing how to, how to protect your personal data, okay, from cyber threats is actually a very good skill everybody should have. Right. So thank you so much, Amira. That's actually an amazing one. So down to my third question. How can educational institutes and training providers bridge the gap between traditional education and the rapidly changing demand of the digital economy?
I I think the biggest challenge is that traditional educational systems, in especially in Nigeria, most traditional educational systems in Nigeria, they were not designed for a world where knowledge changed fast. Like today, technology evolves at a pace where what is considered valuable skill can change within few years. So education has to become more flexible and connected to real world needs. So first, institutions need to move beyond only teaching theory and focus more on practical applications. Now, students should not only learn concepts, but also learn how to use digital tools to solve real problems. For example, now, a student studying science, maybe a science course now, should not only just understand the scientific principles, but also gain exposure to data analysis, programming, and modern research tools. And digital skills should be integrated across different skills, because as we can see today's world, there is almost all the fields, there is a way to like integrate technology into it to make it easier and seamless. So technology is no longer for just computer science students alone. Even a business student or an healthcare professional or a scientist or even an entrepreneur will all need the same level of digital competence. So education should um it should encourage continuous learning. The idea that someone finishes school and stops learning is already becoming outdated. So with AI, automation, and new technologies emerging constantly, people need the ability to reskill and adapt throughout their careers.
Thank you so much for that amazing answer. Thank you. Thank you, Alima. So my fourth question, with AI automation and digital tools, you mentioned AI automation not quite long. So with AI automation and digital tools transforming workplaces, What are the biggest risks for individuals who fail to develop relevant tech skills?
One of the biggest risks is becoming disconnected from opportunities, because people who do not develop relevant skills may find it harder to compete for jobs, adapt to new roles, or take advantage of new opportunities. So technology is not only replacing some tasks, it is also helping people to work faster and make better decisions. So someone who understands how to use digital tools can often achieve more in less time than someone who does not. And there is also the risk of becoming dependent on others, because without basic digital knowledge, people may struggle every day with activities that they normally do. For example, now accessing services, managing finances, and communicating professionally, or even protecting themselves online. But I do not think the future is simply about humans versus maybe AI or technological machines. Now, the biggest shift is that people who know how to work with technology will have an advantage over those who do not. So AI and automation are tools, and the people who understand how to use them effectively will be better positioned for opportunities in the future.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You're actually already dishing out advice little by little. So I really like the last sentence you made. Thank you. That's such an amazing one. And Amira, I'm really rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. I can't wait to see you win. I
Thank you
can't
very
wait to
much.
celebrate you because I know in this tech industry, we have so much to achieve. And I can't wait to see you. I really want to inspiration and a motivation to so many young people out there. There are so many young talents out there who are yet to discover their talent. So I hope this podcast gets across as many young talents we have so that they can actually see how young you are and how building you've already started building your career. Considering the fact that you're still in school, struggling school, and this, it's not easy. Trust me, it's really not easy. But I will say you are super, super amazing, and I'm super proud of you. And I can't wait to see you at the top. Okay. All
Same
right.
to
So my
you.
last thank you. My last question for you today is looking ahead to the next decade, how do you see the definition of literacy evolving? And what role will tech education play in shaping future opportunities?
I think the definition of literacy will continue to expand. Now, traditionally, literacy meant being able to read and write, but in the next decade, being literate will likely include the ability to understand, interact with, and use technology effectively. Now, future literacy will involve more than just knowing how to operate devices. It will include digital literacy, data literacy, AI literacy, and cybersecurity awareness, as I mentioned earlier. And also the ability to think critically about information. Now, as artificial intelligence becomes a part of everyday life, people will need to understand how these systems work and how to use them responsibly and how to recognize their limitations. So I think technological tech education would play a major role because it can determine who has access to future opportunities. Now, the people who can combine their existing knowledge with technology will be able to create solutions, enter new industries, and adapt to changes more easily. However, I think the goal should not be to just create a world where everyone must become a programmer. The goal is to create a society where everyone has enough technological understanding to participate, make informed decision, and use technology as a tool for growth. So in the future, the most valuable people may be the one who can combine human skills like creativity, communication, critical thinking, and empathy with technological skills. So technology will continue to evolve, but the ability to learn and adapt to remain, I think it will remain one of the most important skills.
That's a very, very amazing answer. Thank you so much, Amira. Thank you for coming. It's good to have you speak. It's good to actually learn from a very, very young talent. Okay. All right. So, my last question, I know I said mercy, but like this is the last. So I would like you to advise, right? What advice would you give the younger ones, your mates, your friends in school, your everybody around you, young people? I know you're very much young right now. So what advice would you give to younger people, younger in this generation? What advice would you give them as regards as regards our topic that we are currently digressing, right? As regards tech skills becoming the basic
I would say
necessity. So
they
what
should, because
advice do
most
you
of
would
my colleagues, most of my friends, they see this huge and the world going at a fast pace with technology. They see it as a challenge to their career, to careers opportunities in the future. So I think they should position themselves not against AI, but in a way that they can integrate their workflows with artificial intelligence and the ability to use technological tools also. So I think they should position themselves very well because in the world we are going now, it is going to be very competitive and technology is really moving at a really fast pace. So they should just invest in themselves and work really hard because it's not easy. Things are not, it's not easy to position yourself to be competitive against a lot of people who are also going in the same direction. I think they should just do the best they can to see where this world is going and be able to position themselves for better opportunities.
Thank you so much. So to add to what Amira said, I will say, um, position yourself. Yes, very, very necessary. Actually, invest in your personal development. Invest in your personal development. Just like Amira said, a time will come. The world is going to be very, very competitive, especially for those who want to transition into the tech ecosystem. So it's not really. It doesn't necessarily have to be only BSc. Before BSc used to be like a very big deal, right? A very big deal. You see people graduating and they're, oh my God, school 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. But right now, it's not, it's just like you need another certificate, you need professional certificates, you need other skills to combine to combine your BSc just to make sure you stand out in a competitive environment. Okay. So I would say position yourself properly and invest in your personal development. What does investing in your personal development means? Take skills just like Amira mentioned, take cybersecurity skills, take AI skills, data engineering, data. So of course, you don't need to code. Not everybody will be a coder. Not everybody will be a programmer. Like she said, right? Not everybody has that capacity to actually be a programmer, to actually be in the back end, front end. So while some people will be at the back end, others will be in the front end. Okay. So position yourself, know what works for you. There are courses like AI engineering, AI automation, cybersecurity, data science, business analysis, HR analytics. Just go around, use your phone, Google these courses, their important and what role, what benefit they actually have to the role to give. Know this. You can actually speak to a mentor. Over here at AMD Analytics, we have mentors you can actually speak to. So if you're registering with us, you are actually getting free mentorship. We'll actually hold your hands. You're getting a lifetime mentorship, okay? Lifetime mentorship. So while you're working, while you're learning, while you're training, you have a mentor you can actually reach out to. You have a mentor you can call. You have a mentor you can talk to, right? The benefit of having a mentor in tech industry cannot be overemphasized. You need somebody who can tell you, oh, I think you're not doing this thing right. I think you need to do this. I think you need to do it this way. Okay. So that will definitely work. So thank you so much, Amira. At AMDA Analytics, what we'll do, we'll provide we provide trainings on cybersecurity, business analysis, data analytics, AI engineering, AI automation, data engineering, project management, and business analysis, right? And currently we're running a 90% discount offer. You're getting our courses for 100,000 naira for all the courses I mentioned, except cybersecurity and AI engineering for 150,000 naira. Our next cohort starts next month. So when is the best time to register? Now. The best time is now. Do not say, oh, tomorrow, next tomorrow. Don't procrastinate. The best time to start is now. Amira have started. So the best time for you to start is now. So thank you so very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. If you're watching us from any part of the world, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, Amira. It's really nice to have a very super talented tech professional like you in this house. And so for today, it's over. We'll have to call it a day. Thank you so very much, everyone. Thank you, Amira, for joining. Do you have anything to say to us, or should we say bye? Do you have anything to say to us, to the viewers? Nothing. You've said everything. All right. Thank you
Yes.
so much, everybody. See you in our next one. Bye.
Bye.